Alright guys, new range general Brian Boru. So first off, it doesn't have the leading clause, so don't use him on the wall or on defense in any form. He is purely attacking. Basic skill, he gets 50 attack, 35 defense, 50 HP. You do need a dragon to get to 35 defense, but that shouldn't be a problem for most players. No march size on the base skill. When we get him up to 5 red stars, we get 125 attack, which is pretty solid. Yeah, tied for the best with Sydney. Defense and HP are very high. One of the top for both of those categories, but we are talking about a ranged general, so the return on investment on that's not going to be super great, but it is nice. March size is pretty decent. He's got 10% march size on the skill, so overall, solid skill. His specialty, nothing really too crazy. 70% attack, 45 defense, 55 HP, and 0 march size. Just pretty solid, nothing crazy. Covenant and skin. His Covenant is decent. 15 attack, 10 defense, and 15 HP. No march size. Definitely not the best we've seen, but it's pretty alright. Attributes, stats are pretty average, a little bit lower than what we would expect for the newer generals. Only 164 on attack, whereas someone like Sydney or Ragnar are pushing 170, but that's not a huge difference. When we put all this together and we look at the totals, he is currently the second highest attack after Sydney and just barely above Ragnar. On the defensive side of things, he's third overall for defense, but he's not behind Marcus by much. And then he is the highest for HP, so he is definitely built as a survivable general. But being a ranged general, survivability isn't really one of our top concerns, but if you want a survivable range general, here he is for you. Total march size is only 10%, which there's not a lot of ranged generals that get crazy march size like with the mounted generals, so that doesn't hold them back too much, but there are generals that have a lot more march size than him. When we put this all together and look at the increased attack, of course for standard T15, K40, 2000% buff march, that brings his total attack to 59 billion, which puts him in 5th place overall, which for a brand new general is not that great. It's alright. Don't get me wrong, if you don't have a ranged general, he's a viable option, but chances are you probably already have a ranged general, and you don't really need one unless they're a lot better than the rest. So he's pretty okay. He's just kind of an average general. If we compare him to the best tavern, Charles Agrippa, he doesn't even really beat out Charles by that much. I mean Charles the 12th. Did I say Charles Agrippa? Charles the 12th. He beats Charles the 12th by 7 billion, which isn't huge. Obviously has a considerable amount of HP and defense over him, but like I said, it's not super important. Well, we look at the assistant category for him. He's not great as an assistant either. Just looking by straight up damage values, he comes in 9th place overall, even behind Charles as an assistant. For defense, there's a lot of other generals that have equal or slightly better defense. HP, he is the highest HP assistant, so he is once again survivable as an assistant. He doesn't get any march size in the assistant slot, which is because that's blocked behind the higher levels of the skill, which doesn't hold him back in the assistant role. The regular attack on him for the assistant is second highest, second to Ragnar. So pretty good attack, but with no march size to help increase the damage, it's kind of meh. In terms of compatibility, he doesn't have any skill book compatibility issues. The only ones reported so far that he's not compatible with is Sigurd, Merlin, and Mihai. And he's compatible with most everybody else, so he'll probably be compatible with whatever general you're using. So overall, not a great general, not a terrible general. He's just kind of average. And that's all I got for today. Anyway, hope you found this informative, and I'll catch you on the next one.